It happens slowly at first. You're walking through the grocery store and someone bumps into you. For a split second, you feel that terrifying wobble. Or maybe you're at home and you realize you've started furniture surfing, using the backs of chairs and the edges of tables to steady yourself as you move from room to room. If you are over the age of 60, balance isn't just a physical skill, it is your ultimate insurance policy. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths for those over 65. One fall can change everything: your independence, your confidence, and your ability to live in your own home. But here's the secret that the fitness industry doesn't want you to know. You don't need an hour in the gym or expensive balance boards to fix this. In this video, I'm going to show you a scientifically proven 5-minute daily routine that retrains your brain, your inner ear, and your feet to keep you rock solid on your legs. We are going to dive deep into the 3 pillars of stability. By the end of this 3,000-word masterclass, you won't just have a routine, you'll have a new lease on life. Most people think balance is just about strong legs. While strength matters, balance is actually a communication game between 3 systems: your eyes, your inner ear, and the nerves in your feet. As we age, these signals get noisy or static. Have you ever wondered why you feel more off balance in the dark? It's because your brain is over-relying on your vision, because the other 2 systems, the inner ear and the feet, have gone dormant. Today, we are going to wake them up. We aren't just going to stand on one leg and hope for the best. We are going to rebuild your balance from the ground up. This 5-minute routine is designed to be done in your kitchen while you're making coffee or waiting for the toaster. No equipment, no excuses, just 300 seconds a day to change your future.
Before we start the timer on our 5-minute routine, we need to talk about why this happens. If you understand the why, you are 80% more likely to stick to the how. The first culprit is proprioception. Think of this as your body's GPS. There are thousands of tiny sensors in your joints and the soles of your feet called mechanoreceptors. They tell your brain exactly where your body is in space without you having to look at your feet. As we age, especially if we wear thick-soled, cushioned shoes all day, these sensors stop talking to the brain. It's like a phone signal dropping from 5 bars down to 1. When you trip on a rug, a person with high proprioception has a brain that reacts in milliseconds to move the other foot. If your signal is weak, your brain reacts too late. The second culprit is the vestibular system. Inside your inner ear are 3 tiny fluid-filled loops. When you move your head, that fluid sloshes around, telling your brain which way is up. Over time, if we don't move our heads in diverse ways, this system gets rusty. The third culprit is sarcopenia of the extremities, specifically the tiny muscles in your feet and your shins. If you can't wiggle your toes or move your ankles freely, you lose the ability to make micro-adjustments. Many seniors fall into the fear of falling trap. You feel unsteady, so you move less. Because you move less, your muscles weaken and your sensors dim. This makes you more unsteady, so you move even less. We're here today to break that spiral.
All right, it's time to get to work. Clear a small space. You don't need gym clothes, just your bare feet or thin socks. Why bare feet? Remember what we said about proprioception. We need your feet to feel the floor. Minute 1, the foot foundation, sensory wake-up. We begin at the base. Most balance issues start because the feet have become dumb inside shoes. The action? Stand tall. Try to lift only your big toes while keeping the other 4 toes on the ground. Now swap. Press the big toe down and lift the others. The why? This isn't just a party trick. The muscles that control your big toe are responsible for your arch height. If your arch collapses, your ankle rolls inward and your center of gravity shifts. By waking up these tiny muscles, you are creating a stable tripod for your body to sit on. Final 30 seconds, heel to toe rocking. Slowly roll up onto your tiptoes, Hold for a second, then roll back onto your heels. If you feel wobbly, keep one hand on the counter. This strengthens the calves and the tibialis anterior, the muscle that prevents foot drop and tripping over rugs. Minute 2. The tightrope walk, dynamic stability. Next, we move to dynamic balance. This mimics the narrow movements we often have to make in hallways or crowded spaces. The action? Place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, as if you're walking on a tightrope. Take 5 steps forward and 5 steps back. The challenge? Look straight ahead, not at your feet. Looking down uses your eyes to cheat. Looking ahead forces your inner ear, the vestibular system, to do the work. The why? This is called tandem walking. It reduces your base of support. By narrowing the space between your feet, you force your core and your hip stabilizers, the gluteus medius, to fire rapidly to keep you upright. Minute 3. The clock reach, multi-directional strength. Falls rarely happen in a straight line. They happen when we reach for a dropped glass or turn to answer the door. The action? Stand on your left leg. Keep the knees slightly bent. Imagine you are standing in the center of a clock. With your right foot, tap the 12 o'clock position, then the 3 o'clock, then the 6 o'clock. The why? This is single leg loading. While your right foot is reaching, your left hip is doing massive amounts of work to keep you stable. We are building eccentric strength, the ability of your muscles to act as brakes. Switch legs halfway through the minute. Minute 4. The vestibular reset. Head turns. This is the minute most people skip, but it's the most important for preventing dizziness. The action? Stand with your feet together or in the tightrope position for a challenge. Pick a spot on the wall to stare at. While keeping your eyes locked on that spot, slowly turn your head left to right, then up and down. The why? This uncouples your eye movement from your head movement. It trains your brain to ignore visual noise and rely on the fluid in your inner ear. If you feel dizzy, slow down. Over time, your brain will adapt and you'll find that turning your head quickly in real life no longer makes you lose your balance. Final minute. The statue with a twist. Total integration. For the final minute, we bring it all together. This is the ultimate test. Stand on one leg. Get your balance. Now, if you feel safe, close your eyes. Try a hold for 10 seconds, then 20. The why? When you close your eyes, you remove the vision pillar of balance. Your brain is forced to rely 100% on the nerves in your feet and the inner ear. It is a power workout for your nervous system. Safety note? Always do this with a counter or a sturdy chair within arm's reach. Safety is more important than ego.
You can have the best balance in the world, but if your home is full of landmines, you're still at risk. Let's spend a moment on the external factors. The rug trap. Throw rugs are the #1 cause of home falls. Either get rid of them or use heavy-duty double-sided tape to secure the edges. The lighting gap. Most falls happen at night when you're walking to the bathroom. Install motion sensor night lights in your hallways and bathroom. Your 70-year-old eyes need 3 times more light than 20-year-old eyes to see the same level of detail. The footwear fallacy. Walking around the house in floppy slippers or just socks is dangerous. Socks on hardwood floors are like skates on ice. Wear a supportive indoor shoe or go barefoot to keep those foot sensors active. We've covered the movement and the environment, but we must address the fuel. You can train your balance every day, but if your bones are brittle or your muscles are starving for nutrients, your foundation remains shaky. The bone-muscle connection. As we pass age 60, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing the minerals that keep us stiff in a good way. We need to focus on 3 specific nutrients to support our balance routine. Vitamin D3 and K2. Vitamin D is more like a hormone than a vitamin. It controls muscle contraction speed. If you are low on vitamin D, your twitch fibers, the ones that catch you when you trip, move slower. Pairing it with K2 ensures the calcium you eat goes to your bones, not your arteries. Protein distribution. We've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. Muscle is the engine of balance. Aim for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need roughly 100 to 120 grams of protein to maintain the muscle you have. Magnesium. This is the unsung hero of stability. Magnesium helps with muscle relaxation and prevents the nighttime cramps that can make your morning steps stiff and unsteady. Hydration and blood pressure. Did you know that many falls are caused by orthostatic hypotension? That's the fancy term for the dizzy spell you get when you stand up too fast. This is often caused by dehydration or certain medications. The tip is always pump your ankles, flexing your feet up and down before standing from a chair or bed. This pre-pumps blood to your brain, preventing that head rush that leads to a fall.
There is a psychological component to balance that no one talks about: the fear of falling, FOF. Psychologists have found that having a high fear of falling actually increases your risk of a fall. Why? Because fear makes you stiff. It changes your gait. You start taking shorter, shuffling steps. Shuffling is dangerous because it makes you more likely to trip over a small crack in the sidewalk or the edge of a carpet. Confidence is a physical attribute. By doing this 5-minute routine, you are proving to your nervous system that you are capable. Every time you hold that one-leg stand for an extra 5 seconds, you are telling your brain, "I am safe. I am in control." Don't let fear shrink your world. Balance isn't just about staying upright, it's about the freedom to go where you want, when you want. It's about the confidence to walk through a park, to travel to new cities, and to play on the floor with your grandchildren. You now have the complete blueprint. You understand the 3 pillars: vision, vestibular, and proprioception. You have your 5-minute daily routine. You know how to fix your home and what to put on your plate. Here is my challenge to you. Commit to this 5-minute routine every single morning for the next 30 days. Don't worry about being perfect. If you wobble, that's good. A wobble is just your brain learning. If you fall out of the pose, just reset and try again. By the end of the first week, you'll notice you feel sturdier. By the end of the month, your friends and family will notice the change in how you walk. If you found this guide helpful, please share it with a friend who needs to stay strong. Hit the subscribe button to join our community of active seniors who are redefining what it means to age. Stay steady, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.